What up, brothers? It's the Clipper King returning for another brand new review on the figure you see in front of you. It's the DX10 from Hot Toys. It's the T800 from the Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I put a short video up earlier today just comparing this figure with the MMS Terminator figure, T800. Just as a little comparison, as you probably noticed, I showed both figures without the glasses on. I've had a lot of comments actually on that, and the views went up really quick, so I thought it'd be an hot topic, and that's why I wanted to put it up. But now you'll get my thoughts. It'll become clear to you which I prefer and the reasons why. Is it just a replacement figure, or is it an improvement, or what is it we're getting? Now, as it stands, I think this is quite an early review, so I will try and cover everything. I have seen a couple of reviews at least, and I'll try and cover the things that them guys didn't cover. So yeah, I'm gonna crack straight onto packaging. Before I do, actually, I'm gonna show you just the this is the pose I showed in the early video, apart from he's got the glasses on. I will say firstly, both the head sculpts that I showed in that video, they've got sort of pluses and minuses, but one thing's for sure, and everybody knows, both versions do look better with the shades on. That's an absolute no doubt. So you're probably thinking, well, the figure comes with pairs, so why put shades on it? Well, I thought that when I first saw the figure, but it is a option you can make, sort of thing. So all this will become clearer as I crack on into the review. Like I said, I'm going to say the pose I've got him set up in, try and get close. Obviously that's the head with the glasses on. Really nice. He has got the bandolier on him. Got the minigun in hand, with a bullet sort of going round to his bag. And then on this side of him, he has got the thumper down his back. You can see his bags there, with the bullets going into it. So yeah, got it set up like that, which is a pretty standard pose. I'm going to try some unusual poses, also try and pose him with all his accessories and everything, give a good look at the figure. But like I said, first and foremost, I'm going to crack on and score up this awesome packaging. Right, a couple of things I really like about the box and what makes it stand aside from any other DX box that I've had, and that's all of them. So I normally mark the DX boxes down on the artwork, but this one just a little bit special. They use a really thick hard card, so it feels pretty unbreakable sort of thing, and the leather jacket effect is fucking awesome. Really nice touch. Looks like it's got a black leather bomber jacket, biker jacket, sorry, wrapped all the way around it. Then the jet black T2 logo front and center. As you come down, Terminator 2 Judgment Day in jet black, and then underneath that the highly reflective chrome T800 wording, which is a really nice touch. DX10, and then the Hot Toys DX on one side and the Sideshow logo on the other. As you turn it to the side, you notice it's got these press studs, so it makes it look like a, like I say, a biker jacket, but they're not actually studs. It is just a magnet from what holds it closed. And as I swing that open, I know the tray's going to fall out probably, because it always does. As you open it, just hold that, you can see it does join at the back hinge, so it will lay flat when it's on a table. So again, you don't get the splits down the seam when you're opening and closing it. On this side, I know now why you cry, but it's something I can never do. Wording from the film, and then the artwork at the bottom. And that's the outer tray. That's something that I haven't seen any of the other reviewers pick up. The internal card, you look at it like that, got the T2 logo, and a little write up. Pause that if you want to read it. But if you open the T and the 2, you notice you get a little picture on the inside. It's a nice little touch, better than the stupid Luke Skywalker card we got, and also the Bat blueprint on the Batman. Really nice touch. They thought about it, get us something a little bit special. Obviously it's nothing of great importance, but it's just nice to have it. So the box, all in all, I fucking love it. I just think they've gone a little step further than they normally do. So I'm going to score that a 5 out of 5. Moving on to source material. And as I've already reviewed a couple of figures from this film, obviously the first MMS Terminator T800 and also the T1000 figure, you'll probably know I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 anyway. But the things I like about it is, it's just an awesome film. I think part 1 and 2 are top films in their own right, and I do think that T2 is possibly the best sequel ever released. It was just a massive step forward as far as special effects movies come, going back to 1991. It was just a massive leap forward. I will just say as well, people who have doubted this head sculpt, I think the eyes who I've got them there, sort of looking down his arm and barrel of this thumper, I think that's Arnie through and through, boys, and it's a thing I'll get onto when I do the likeness about this sculpt. But anyway, saying, I think the character's badass. He was badass in first one. Obviously, he's played the bad guy, and then in the second film, he becomes the protector of John Connor, and I think he's awesome in both. Not best acted role in the world, because I don't think Arnold is a top actor, but he's a presence. He's an action hero, no doubt about that. And like I said, the film's awesome. We must have all seen it. I don't think there'd be any place in the community for somebody who'd not seen Terminator 2. So yeah, the source material, like I've said, I am going to give it a 5 out of 5 again. I couldn't give it anything else. I'll just talk about this pose. What I'm going to do on this figure, I'm going to pose it, and I'm going to try and pose it with everything that it came with through the review if I can, and get it in about 5 or 6 nice poses for you. Like I say before, with the poses, if you want them, take them. If not, do your own poses and let me see them. So I've just set on this one, I've set it up so I can change it mid-pose. Obviously the thumper, he's fired a round off, and he's pressed the catch there with his thumb, and it's dropped it down to reload. Or if you like, we can put that back up. Just clicks in nicely, and have him looking like that. Thumper in hand, firing a shot off, looking fucking fresh and menacing. Lovely pose that, pretty simple, but very nice. I do like that. Look down that barrel, look into the lad's eyes. You know that's a Terminator, my friend. And that's him, sort of front side. I do like that. People who are saying that that's not Arnold, I've got to disagree. I can't wait to get to the likeness and let you know Clipper King's thoughts, brothers. You know you gave my opinion. But yeah, the other thing I'm going to say is, because the sunglasses on this figure are so iconic, I'm going to show you every pose with them and every pose without, just so you get to see the purse system. Very hard for me to do this left hand, but I think they are on. Get on, you sons of bitches. I will show you eyes moving. The eyes are really stiff on this one though. So yeah, there you go. Pose number 2 for you. And like I said, the source material couldn't got anything other than a 5 out of 5. Just enjoy that, brothers. Just enjoy it. Look, his bandolier hanging off his left hand. He's got his rounds there ready to go. Beautiful. Moving on to facial likeness. Probably the most important category on this, on any review. Simply because if the face doesn't do it, then the rest of the figure, there's no point. Now, it's to what degree does it look like him, so to speak? I'll tell you first, I got it yesterday. It was delivered to work, and I always open stuff to make sure the box ain't damaged and have a look inside. My mates are sort of passing fans, and they are middle-aged guys, and I always judge a figure on how many fucking L's I get. And I did get all 5 fucking L's yesterday, which basically means when I open box and they look inside it, like, fucking hell, that does look like him. And all 5 said it, so I know that it is accurate. But how accurate is it? Obviously, they're not collectors, so they're probably not the authority. But I've got to say, I'm pleasantly surprised by just how close it is. Now, I've always loved the MMS T800 figure, and I didn't buy this to sort of replace it. I wanted to see both. judge for myself and then decide. But if I'm honest, this one takes it. I know the eyes, some positions it lets it down, but you can't doubt that that is Arnie, it's Terminator. I can't see too many problems with it. Slightly put off by the neck. The match to the neck to the head is not brilliant, if I'm honest. But everything else, I think they've got the mouth and nose perfect. I think when the glasses on, it's awesome. The forehead is a lot better than the older one. The hairstyle is better. The skin texture is better. The other one's really pale looking outside of this. But like I say, it's dependent on where you get the eyes. So that to me is Arnold. Maybe a slightly too young looking Arnold, but the other one is slightly too old looking. So it's what you want. Now, I can get as close as you want me to get, and I'm going to stay pretty much in focus. It's a decent camera. But I can't really tell you guys what to think. I think it's Arnold through and through, and I think it is an improvement on an already awesome head sculpt. But like I say, I can't sort of, all I can show you is the angles. I'm going to show you the eyes in different positions. I can show you skin texture as much as you want. Show you the eyes moving. But like I've said, if you don't think it's Arnold, that's down to you. But I'm reviewing for me, and I think it's fucking, maybe not dead on, maybe not Johnny Depp, Jack Sparrow dead on, but very, very close. There's no doubting who it is. Fucking definitely. And then when you look at the whole thing, then you know it's him. So I don't know if I'm going to change anybody's mind. Like I said, I've always loved the old one, so I'm not disrespecting the old one at all, but I think that this is a slight improvement. In fact, if I were to give the other one a 9, I would give this one a 10, so it's that close. Talk you through the pose. I'm just sitting with the thumb at full extent. Now he's loading it up. Just dropping like a smoke grenade in there, or whatever sort of grenade he's using. Just got him in there and pretty much got his eyes sort of looking down towards the job in hand, so to speak. So that's the pose I've gone for. Also, I've got his legs set up, so if he's walking down a corridor, he's just loading her up right nice. And it's just like that. So yeah, I'm going to bring it a little bit closer. I'll try and show you the eyes working, and I'll try and show you how obvious the airlines are. Right, bearing in mind, if you're watching this in 720 or 1080, I'm about, what, an inch away? Right, let's go up and have a look at his hair. Look at the, you can see that section of his hair comes out. This is going to be a bastard, I know, because I'm fucking, that'll lift out like that. I'm going to show you the other stuff that goes inside there in a while, but for the sake of the lightness, I'm just showing you how noticeable the seams are. Now, not very would be my answer to that in hand, but like I said, that's a good HD camera at about a centimetre away now, so I'm still in focus, hopefully, and just showing you. If you're looking at the seam at the back, from there, obviously you can't see it, and that's where you would pose it from at the most. As you turn it round, you now see the seam. Obviously, you're going to see it. You know it's there. Don't go all Batman 89 on us and say, oh, it's got a seam on it. We know it's got a seam. That comes off really easily, like the 89 Joker, to reveal the joystick in his head. Now, this might be a bit of a nightmare, because I've noticed that it's very, very stiff. Probably stiffest eyes I've had, so I don't want to fuck it up. And also what I've noticed is, when I move it, this eye seems to be a lot tighter than this one. So this one will move and this one sort of is catching it up all the time. But when it sets, it is even. Bear with me, because I don't want to fuck this figure up. All the way across. All the way back. Down. And that's about as far up as it gets. So yeah, that's the eyes for you. If you don't like the eyes in the photos, you're probably not going to like them in real life. But like I said, if you get them positioned well, they are nice. And like I said, on top of that, put them bad boys on, and you're on to a winner. Winner chicken dinner. Because that, to me, boys, is a 5 out of 5 Arnold. I hope you agree. If you don't, I'm sorry about that. Like I've said, Clipper King's giving it a 5 out of 5. And I hope you like that pose. Rolling on to his outfit. And most of you probably know, he does come with a complete leather suit. Real leather, and you know it's real leather as soon as you take the lid off the box, because you can smell it. It hits you like a fucking right cross. Straight into the nose it goes, and it's good quality leather as well. It's really soft and supple, moves fucking awesomely. If I try and move it around, you can see it's really, really nice. Tight around his biceps, really well tailored, good length, just accurate to the film. Probably not as weathered or battered looking as the last one. And also I will say, mine came, and while it was in the box, it had that shoulder pushed up a little bit and then trapped in the foam, so it's going to take a while for it to sort of settle back down, for that collar to sort of lay flush. Plus a lot of times I'm posing it with right hand up, so it's pulling that side of the jacket up as well, but that should lay flush like that side. So yeah, it is that. But like I say, if it doesn't go down within a week or so, I'm just going to damp it down, pull it into place, and it should sit nice then. Same with his trousers, fucking awesome. Just fit his legs a treat, nice and tight on his quads, and moving down, then it tightens back up on his boots. The zips do work. They were zipped all the way down. I've hutched them up a bit so they fall onto the boot a little bit nicer. The boots, I think, is the only thing that's been taken from the last, the MMS version, because I've looked, and it is pretty bang on to the original boot. So yeah, the zips on the sleeves will open and close as well, but I like them always zipped back, so they drop down onto his hands nice. See the lace ups on the side. This all real leather belt, everything. Tassels, tags here. Belt comes all the way around. Jacket jacket, like I say, is a good quality leather. Pleat. You see, beautiful. Down, this zip works. The zip on this arm, that's leather as well. It's really nice, and like I say, if you like that leather smell like I do, you can smell the quality, and that's a touch of magic by Hot Toys, I think. So it's a DX figure, they've gone that extra yard. The original costume were nice, but this is just better. Fits better, looks real, and is real. That's all I can say really. The downside to it, look at the lapel, it's got 2 studs, here and here. This side, as soon as I took them out of the box and tried to straighten that collar up, fell off there and there. But I think I've got some spares knocking about that I can use, so I'm going to just put a little tiny dot of glue on, put them back on. But while I was reviewing it, I thought I better mention it because others might have it. But as well, if you didn't have any spares, what I would personally do is I'd go around back at jacket, and there's a spare one there and a spare one there. I'd just take them off and glue that onto the collar, because obviously you're going to see collar more than back at jacket. So yeah, the outfit is awesome. You only get the grey t-shirt this time. Also, I did undress it to check his arms because I thought it were a double bend arm, which it is. But to check that, I took the jacket off, and the t-shirt were all rucked up onto his shoulders. So I straightened the t-shirt down and had a good look at the leather while the jacket were off. So yeah, awesome outfit. Would have been nice if they give you the black t-shirt again, but they don't. This is sort of aimed at the sort of Cyberdyne clip of the film when they go there. So it's not an exact replacement, but it's pretty much as good as. If you didn't get the MMS version, then this one you won't be missing too much. Probably the black t-shirt, the endo arm, and the flowers and flower box. That's all you would need to sort of complete it. But like I say, it would have been nice to get a black t-shirt, because I do actually prefer it with a black t-shirt on. I just think it looks that little bit fucking harder, more menacing. So yeah, but I can't fault the outfit. Like I said, the boots are sculpted, all his gloved hands are sculpted, but belt I think is leather as well. a nice metal buckle on it. So yeah, like I said, fits him a treat, bends nicely as you can see. That elbow, see, that's real leather, nice and close for you, beautiful, nice and soft at touch. You see it just moving around nice and easy. Probably will crack over time, but once I've got this review done, I'm going to find my favourite pose and pretty much leave him in that. So I don't want to wear the leather too much, but like I said, just nice, fucking awesome, touch of class. So now I read a review, I think it was the MC Toys review, and this is a second review. I've read it and I basically at the end thought to myself, bullshit. It's like he's not had time with the figure before he's reviewed it, because he said that this was pretty much a remake of the first one and never really stated what the improvements were, but I'm going to do that for you. Like I said, the head sculpt is a slight improvement. The outfit is just, you can't ask for no more. It's leather. It's supposed to be leather in the film, and it is leather now, so you can't get no better than that. The outfit, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 still, even though them two little press studs come off. Talk you through the pose, just a pretty classic pose. Got the shotgun up, pretty poster pose, just his other hand relaxed. Slight dip in his knees. I wanted to leave it pretty easy so I could move him around easy. Again, the glasses sculpted to his face. Just take them off. Pretty much got him sort of, I wanted you to look at him from somewhere there, I think. Yeah, fucking bad man Arnold. Bad man. Rolling on to articulation. And if any of you remember the MMS T800 review I did, I said I was always reassured by the bulk of it and the weight of it. And that's the same with this. It feels like you've got a Terminator in your hand. Something that's sort of a human with a robot inside. It's got a heavy feel to it and a solid bulky feel to it that's, like I say, it's reassuring, and you know the scale of it, it's bigger than a normal human figure. Again, that's the case, and the restrictions that the first one had, namely the elbow joint, used a sculpted muscular body like this one does, but this one's got newly developed shoulders and elbows, so it's a double joined elbow, so it will bend back on itself. Obviously that's more than a right angle bend. Gets really nice and tight. It will come up even tighter than that, although the jacket is tight on his bicep, like I said, and also on his thigh, so it does restrict it slightly, but definitely enough for a Terminator. Like, even a pose like that, a Terminator wouldn't really do that. It'd be a lot stiffer than that, but I wanted to do something like that because I didn't want to have him jumping in this review like I would normally on this base, but I did want him showing that his arms will go together, they do move freely. His wrists are very, very stiff. His neck is very stiff. I've actually broke a wrist peg as well on this, trying to get it the hands on and off. So the holes in the hands are really small compared to the size of the wrist peg, which is a little bit annoying, but it's easy fixed. Just get some small scissors, put the point of the scissors in, do a couple of turns, and it bores the hole out a little bit. That looks fucking awesome, brothers. I don't care what you say. If you can't see Arnold there, fucking hell, you might have to unsubscribe to my channel, because he's there, boys. That's like a shrunk down Arnold to me, and I'm fucking loving that pose. Tell me what you think. Like I say, it's pretty much just past a walk into a run sort of thing, turn around, swung round to his left, fucking cracked a quick shot off his fucking model rifle, and that is beautiful. The legs, again, double bend at the knee, is bulky, like a bulky true type. It is a solid piece. It's not just a one of them thigh extenders what they use. It is a full leg. Like I say, the double bend at the knee, that leg would go right up, but I don't want to pull him off this stand. I could probably do that to show you. I'll just blend it and change that leg. Changed it, look, so his leg got a double bend at the knee, so now he is full on running, spins around to his left, cracks a shot off. Obviously that don't look very natural, so I'll just oh fucking hell, I'm pulling back off at stand. Can't do it with my left hand, so I'm not going to fuck about with it. But yeah, nice little pose for you there, boys. More action packed than I was going to do, but I just wanted to show the arms move pretty freely, and so do the legs, and that is excellent articulation for a Terminator. So again, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. Like I said, there is a few little annoyances. Like I say, his jacket is tight on his bicep. You can probably see, not so much on that one, but more so on that one. But again, you just have to sort of keep twisting the jacket round his arm and it'll go where you want. Just be careful with the neck joint because it is a sculpted neck. So lift the head first to turn it like they say in the instructions. But like I say, can't fault that articulation, brothers. And it is an improvement on the first one. So another thing that this outscores the first one on. Moving on to extras, or accessories, whatever you want to call them. I'll just show you the pose first. Straight up and down. Got him holding his shotgun in his left hand, just carrying it by the barrel, and his pistol in his right. Like it's a straight up and down. I'm going to talk you through everything he brings, score it up, and then I'm going to try and recruit our Callum's help to try and film you some of the changing in his head. I'll try and do that. But if that don't work, you'll have to bear with me. So firstly, obviously, you've got the figure and the awesome outfit, like I said. You've got the sculpted shades, which look amazing, as you can see. Just lift it up, show you how his eyes are. As I said I would. Come off. I'm looking straight up. Arnie to a T for me, that boys. Like I say, I can't change your mind. Let me know if you did think it were a shit version of Arnie before this review, and this review has changed your mind, because that would be interesting to know. But like I say, I love it, but that don't mean you've got to. So, put the glasses back on him. No glasses on. Dead ringer for me with glasses on. At the back, we've got the minigun. Awesome detail. Obviously, the bullet strip is made of rubber. The barrel doesn't turn, or it hasn't for me unless it's really stiff. The joystick grip with a red button on it, as you can see. That attaches really easy. There's just two little spikes on this side of the gun and then two holes in the rubber of the bullets, and you just press them on. So you get that awesome piece. I were always toying with the idea of buying this for my MMS version, but to be honest, the one that we're at always looked a little bit oversized for me, so I never bothered. So I'm glad I've got it now. So obviously the bullet strip, the bandolier with the grenades in it, all those grenades do come out, and the bandolier does hold them really well. You turn it round, it's got this loop here, I don't know if something attaches to that, but it doesn't say so. The metal catch, and then the buckle there. So it does fit on perfectly. Just chuck it over his head and under one of his arms, and he wears it across him, sort of like that. Obviously I've not got it on at the moment, but it's a nice touch. A bit of weight as well to that, so it is a really nice feeling. The thumper, which I showed you before, it has got moving parts. The barrel does open, the sights stand up, as you can see. And then it has got the strap on it, the green strap, I think that's accurate. The wood effect handle, really nice touch. Like I say as well, this does feel good, because I know you sometimes buy these third-party parts and they feel a little bit cheap. That's not the case with these. They are very nice feeling. So yeah, the hands you only get two ungloved hands, which is a pistol one, and then one for sort of holding something like the barrel of the shotgun, or you could use it as relaxed, or it will also hold the shotgun as well, so you could have your shotgun right or left-handed. So yeah, they're the only ungloved hands. Then you get the trigger left gloved fist, the one for holding the handle of the minigun. Then you get the, I think that's for the thumper, or relaxed gloved. I think that will also hold the pliers. Fisted right, and then a relaxed left. So yeah, 6 gloved hands, 2 bare hands. If I'm honest, I wish there were some bare fists, but other than that, I can't think of anything else you'd really need. You get 2 spare hand pegs, although I've already broke one and used it, so I've only got 1 hand peg left. You get the bag, which is a nice touch, because all these zips works. It is stuffed, so it feels like it's full. That opens, the other end opens, really nice touch. Handles, obviously you can carry the bag if you choose to, or you can just push the bullets into there so it looks like the scene from the Cyberdyne shootout with the police. So yeah, another nice thing. Also get the proper stand or base, whatever you want to call it, with a light up feature, really nice. It is an eyeglass top, so you will see fingerprints all the time on that bastard. So you've got to wipe it just before you put it on him. And I will say, if you look around the edge, the top lead don't fit flush, so it's a little bit sloppy looking, but it is a nice effect, and that does come with batteries in it as well. So yeah, nice bit. Then inside, the fiddliest bits, when you get this box, his shades are in here, but obviously I've got them on. Then he's got the pliers, the flapper skin, the sort of cylinder, the lid, and the chip from his brain. Now what I'm going to try and do is get our Callum to hold this camera and attempt to show you every stage of putting his air in. This could be a proper bastard, but I'm going to have a go at it because I don't think other reviewers would show it you. I'll just say as well, his pistol now is eye gloss, so it's really, really realistic looking. And the magazine comes out, the hammer goes back, and the chamber does cock. So yeah, really nice pistol, and I will be tucking that down his trousers like in film. So first and foremost, I'm going to score the accessories, and this is the only category I've marked him down. I've given him a 4 out of 5, just because some of the accessories have been used before, namely the pistol and the shotgun. And then they missed out the black t-shirt, like I said, from the other version. They missed out the roses and the rose box, but then they've added that minigun, the thumper, and then these bits and the bag. So they haven't given you another outfit, they haven't given you another head sculpt, so by my own rules I can't give it a 5. I were really close to it, but I thought that wouldn't be fair because that would give it the same score for accessories as Luke Skywalker, and obviously Luke Skywalker brought a spare figure. So I know they did sort of mark the price down on this because it were a little bit light on the extras, but fair's fair. I've got to only give it a 4 out of 5. Now bear with me, I don't know how this camera work's going to go, but I'm going to try and show you what happens inside his head. Right, Callum's now filming, so I hope he keeps focused on what I'm talking about. The pliers are metal feeling, do work nice, so you've got those. And what I'm going to do is, firstly, I'm going to get the section of air out. That comes out pretty easy. Show him into there, Cal. If you look down into his head, you can see the cylinder. Is that in focus? Yeah. So, just looking at it, just back out, Cal. First thing I think you put in is, if you hold this chip like that, have you got that? I think that will slot inside, but because I'm going to be all fingers and thumbs, I might not put it in. I think there's a little groove down at the bottom, and that goes into that, so down into chamber. But for the sake of this, I'm going to leave it. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put this cylinder thing in. If you look in my hand, steel cylinder, should fit straight down inside that hole. Film the hole. That'll drop down inside it. You got that? Mm. Then it's got the lid, which I'm going to try and put in. Oh, I'll get it sticking to my finger. As you can see, the lid's now on, and that's got blood effect on it. Picking that up real nice. Go a bit closer. Yeah. And that's the insides. And then obviously, if you were to take that cylinder out, you could get this little chip in, but it's because I'm sort of stood at eye level with figure, it's hard for me to do. I would have to take figure off the stand, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, you get that. Also the flapper skin, get it nice and close, Cal. You can see the blood effect and the veins and everything, and then it's got like a little, you see this little groove here, you're picking it up nice. That sort of goes just like that. So it looks like that section of his hair has been peeled back. Are you picking that up? Just do a little move around figure so you can see it from all angles. Come round to the front. Just training my cameraman up, brothers. I'll come down to eye level, like looking at front of his face. So that's what he looks like with flapper skin on top of his head. So you could have him posed like that if you wanted. It's not a pose I'll be having, but it's a really nice gimmick. Just a little bit of another extra. I'm going to put a short pause in, and then we're going to talk about the value and the overall score. But like I said, on extras, I've only given it a very tight, for me, 4 out of 5. Right, final category, guys, and I'm pretty much back to where my coming soon video were Saturday morning. Showing you both figures again. We're going to have a look. I love this pose, that's why I've never changed it. Both have got glasses on now. Still love that figure. I always thought it was 100% accurate. But the new version just makes me see the faults that this one's always had, and I always chose to ignore. Now there's guys out there with this version who probably love it to bits, like I do, or like I did. I don't know if I still do or not now, because I just think that this one is closer. I think what they've done is improved every category a tiny bit, making it a fucking awesome figure. Like I say, this one were awesome to start with, and like everybody who's got it will still love it, definitely, and they'll probably use this version as a reason why not to get this version. But I will say this, the battle damage version is now being shown, and I love it, and everybody else seems to love it. But when you stand that new battle damage version, whichever head sculpt you choose to put, you stand that on a shelf and you want to put it aside of a clean version, I'll tell you the truth, the new one is going to fucking kill that version. It's going to make that one look worthless. So if you do want the battle damage one, you need that outside of it, in my opinion, because the head sculpt of what I've seen, this one is closer to the new battle damage head sculpt. Like I say, if you use the other one, it's just not going to look like the same person. So is it worth the money to upgrade? Nah, I don't know what your guys' financial situation is. If you could afford it, I would say get it straight away, but there's a lot of good figures out at the moment. Obviously the DX12 is an awesome piece. The Luke Skywalker is a fucking awesome piece, and the Hawkeye and the Nick Fury are awesome pieces as well. And obviously going back to the other DX figures, there's a lot of good figures out. So if you've got that one, should you get that one as well? I don't know. I don't know. I can only talk for me. As soon as I saw that version, I knew I wanted it, because I know that that's going to be one of the most important figures of this year, and that is the case for me. I'm more than happy with it, and I've got to say, the 2 nights now that I've had that, when I come into the room, that's the one I look at before that one. So there's my answer, boys. I think it's an improvement all round. The DX version is just a little bit better in every category. I can't say it no better than that. But like I said, don't rush to sell that one. Now, getting on to value, what I wanted to talk about. I paid £205 for this from the early release stock in Hong Kong. I'm pretty sure it's just come out with Sideshow as well, so they will be getting shipped to the guys who pre-ordered it early. I didn't care, to be honest, how much I paid for it, simply because it was from the $1,400 I made from my DX1 and 2. So that money is now spent. You know what I've bought if you've watched my other reviews. I'm happy with the figures I've got. You fucking know I am. I also sold the Daredevil, so that puts money in my PayPal account, which will get me the new Captain America when that comes out, or the Carlito's Way, whichever one comes first. So I'm happy with the deal I did. I don't know if you guys rotate your collection or what the situation is, but I'm happy with what I did. I do love this figure. I would highly recommend it. A Terminator 2 fan, definitely get it, because like I say, it is going to look awesome with that battle damage version outside of it. Would look fucking badass. So overall score, I've given it a 34 out of 35, which is a really good score. I think actually that version got that as well when it first come out. What I might be tempted to do is sell this one kind of cheap now, but keep the roses and the rose box and the black t-shirt and make that version a complete version. That's what I might be tempted to do. or I might keep both. I don't know yet, depends on money situation. But like I said, Clipper King's happy. Another awesome figure to collection. I hope this review's changed a few minds. If it hasn't, that's okay too. But leave your comments. New subscribers always welcome. Anybody who wants to link me this to Sideshow as well, if you want to do that, you can do. I'd appreciate it. All I say is just keep supporting Clipper King, brothers. And I'm out of here.